I guess we sleep.
Alrighty. Yeah, I think I did a long rest. You guys have your spell points back and everything, or all your spell slots?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got all my stuff.
I'm good.
Alrighty. Alright. You have slept. And you awake, and it's morning, and there's no sounds in the castle.
Time to go below.
Yeah.
Alright. So
we got stuff in the inventory in the partial sheet. Is it good to just sit there?
I think so. That's the stuff you were going to throw in your wagon, right?
Yes.
Yep, that's fine. I don't have a problem with that.
When you did augury, Gilbert, did you see anything down there? Just because I wasn't.
I think what did it give me?
It gave you.
I checked if we were gonna fight, and I think it gave me wheel.
It did. I think it did. Yep.
It gave us Will M. Woe.
Well, we know there's definitely gonna be a fight. Although any god or deity can answer the augury.
Right. I actually made it so I can actually drag things to you now to show you what it says. So that way,
cool.
Your spell. You'll notice if you look at your spell description, it has like chat comments, so that way I can drag it. It'll be easier.
Oh yeah, I see it. Yeah, draggables.
Yeah, it'll just be easier that way. Since I have it on my hotbar, because I think you used it like 4 times last week or something. I mean, you used it a lot, so.
Yeah.
So I put it on
Ritual.
my hotbar. Yeah, it's all good, man.
I don't get many rituals.
All right. Let's see. So I see Kriv is doing his dark vision.
Mind if we just take 30 minutes for me to meditate and get my key points back?
Sure. Well, we did a long rest. You should get him back for that.
You gonna do us a pass without the trace too?
He's doing the short rest to get his key points back.
He does that. I'm gonna augury for Thunder Tree and ask, fight.
Okay, all right.
Might as well. 10 minutes.
Might as well, right?
I might cast mage armor on myself since we're gonna fight.
We don't know yet. He could get wheel woe or...
wheel. It definitely means there's gonna be a fight.
Well, while y'all doing all that fancy stuff, Kursk is eating.
Okay.
Who were we meeting in Thunder Tree again? And why does he want to fight us?
He doesn't want to fight us.
My augury tells me otherwise.
Your augury says there's going to be a fight. Doesn't mean it's going to be a fight between him and them. For all you know, me and Kursk could finally throw down.
That is true.
Well, there's an alchemy shop that's got a thing there in Thunder Tree, an heirloom that we can pick up from it was from saving the woodcutter's wife. And let's see, who else was it? Oh, it's Regaloth the Wizard. That, somebody told Dirk he needs to find him.
Didn't we meet a wizard?
You guys did. Red
I
Wizard
wonder
of
if that
Thay.
was him.
No, it's Regaloth the Druid.
Oh.
Yeah, he's a druid. You're right.
Yeah.
And Dirk needs to find him.
Really? Hot pink dice? Really?
2016. It's LBGT month. I'm just being with the times here.
That's true. That's a good point. Alrighty. Let's see. So you guys got that. That's good. All right. You guys can go down the tunnel.
Yes.
All right, let's go.
Alrighty.
Is it dark down there?
It is dark down there. About 20 to 30 feet it goes down. There's a ladder. I think it's about 30 feet. Down to the bottom, you see a path that goes out to the south. Passes down to the south.
All right. Kursk will lead the way.
Alrighty, Kursky. So, Kursky, get down to the bottom. You find that this is kind of a little bit of a shorter tunnel that immediately leads directly to the south. You see it leads about 60 feet and appears to be roughly carved out. Doesn't seem to have much design to it at all.
All right, he waves the rest of the party to come on down, and he starts moving forward, checking for traps and ambushes.
Alrighty.
Moving stealthily.
Sounds good. All right. So as you continue down the path, Kursk, you see about, I don't know, maybe 60, 70 feet to the south. You see some daylight that's kind of peering through, and this appears that this was likely an escape path outside of the castle and empties out into the woods to the south.
Yeah, we're heading that way anyways to get to our horses.
All right.
Yeah.
Sounds good. So you come out, you do, it's a sunny day today, very little clouds in the sky. You do hear a lot of animals outside in the trees and whatnot. Doesn't appear to be dangerous at all.
All right, then he waves the rest of the party on out.
All right.
And
Go ahead.
yeah, he starts moving to where the horses are located.
Sure. So you guys,
Oh,
yep.
I think they're gonna. I bet they're gonna be stolen.
What?
If goblins went out this way and our horses are in this direction, it'd be so easy.
They'd be gone, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
But alas, they were too busy fighting you guys, and your horses are still there, tied up, and the wagon's there as well.
Kirsch takes all the loot and throws it in a wagon.
Sounds good.
Well, I guess we move on north to the Thunder Tree. Yeah, that's north.
Mr. Django said we should go back to Phandelver.
Oh, that's a pretty far trip.
We could always stop on the way back when we go to wherever the tunnel is. Do we know where the cave is?
Maybe we could go Neverwinter and buy some good stuff.
You could. It's close. The cave's about where that 5-foot marker is. That 5-foot mark.
We could stop at Neverwinter, sell our stuff, and then move to Thunder Tree, which is really close. Since that's our next objective.
Curse folks will go Neverwinter first.
All right.
So does Mr. Jangles.
Oh, that's 3 to the rest of the party. Diplomacy.
I'm good with Neverwinter. I can stop by in one of the local libraries.
I forget that place existed. I've never been there.
Oh, that's right. You weren't here for the first... two of you guys weren't, actually. All right, cool.
Yeah.
I say the easiest way to go would be we move west, get on the high road, and just take the high road up to Neverwinter.
Yeah, we don't want to go through the forest or something. Yeah. I guess we go west.
Sounds good. So you guys continue to head west. It is fairly wooded, and then you do open up into the clearing here. Since you're not really taking a specific path, there's not a lot of farms or anything that you see until you get fairly close to the high road, and occasionally you'll see a farm here or there. You don't really run into anything at all. High road today does appear to be slightly busy, or at least there's a large caravan that's heading down to the south. They look a little surprised when they see you guys off in the distance. However, they don't bother you, and they continue south. You guys are going to just make kind of a beeline up to Neverwinter?
Yeah.
Yep.
Alrighty. So you guys continue up the high road without any difficulties. If you remember, well, actually, Mizrik and Kursk, I guess, were the ones that had really traveled this, but it took about a day to get to the crossroads on Tribord Trail. So it takes almost a full day, well, pretty much a full day of travel to get to Neverwinter. But you guys are able to get into town without any difficulties. Where would you guys like to go in Neverwinter? You looking just for a shop?
Well, I guess it's evening time now, isn't it?
It is.
I guess the inn would be good a place as any.
Alrighty, sounds good.
Does Chris kind of familiar with Neverwinter to know what?
Yeah, he is actually. He was there quite a lot. If you remember correctly, he lived with the Rockseekers for a while.
Yes. Well, he must know a decent inn that we could stay in.
He does. Are you looking for a nice inn or just kind of something that's kind of run of the mill, no real frills, but no trouble either?
See, I want to go to a fancy inn, folks.
Yeah, that sounds good.
We'll go to a fancy inn.
Ooh, wow. All right, sounds good. You do remember seeing this inn that was kind of down the street in more of the Knoll area that was called the Laughing Warrior. You remember it was a two-story inn, had some brick and some tile mosaic floor, and you remember the floor had a lot of decorations of actual battles on the floor itself, which you thought was pretty cool since you're a fighter and all. So you guys kind of go there. You do see that it appears to be quite busy tonight. There's a lot of people kind of coming and going, and as you enter in, you see there's a kind of a tall female halfling, and tall would be to Misrick. To the rest of you, she'd be short, obviously. And she's kind of standing there and sort of doing some mixing of drinks behind the counter there, and you see that she's pouring like some red liquid in some in a flask, and all of a sudden you see like a little bit of fire kind of comes up and then falls down, and everybody at the bar kind of cheers, and she hands it to a guy, and he quaffs it down and drinks it as fast as he could. Pretty busy place. Nobody really seems to notice you guys walking in. You do see there's a lot of various people here. There's a lot of races, and looks like it's more of maybe an adventurer's inn than anything else.
Oh, Curse. Does it have a stable there adjacent to it?
It does, actually. This is a pretty nice inn. When you do kind of go back to the stables, there's a stable boy that's there. It's a small, probably a young human, and he says, "Good day, sirs. Good day. Can I take your horses?"
Yes, you can.
Ah, thank you. That'll be 50 silver for us to board the horses for the night. And do you need food?
Yes.
That'll be another 50 silver, so it'll be 1 gold total. Is that right? No, I miscalculated that. Sorry. It'll be 10 gold to keep them all night.
Woo!
If this doesn't work, there is the leaky tankard down at the end of the street. They are a little bit cheaper.
All right, so it's 100 silver.
Yep.
Curse pays. He says, "But y'all get to pay for food tonight."
Fine. Fair enough.
I made the adjustment on my sheet.
Thank you very much. He kind of looks at you and he says, "Will you be staying more than one day?"
Probably not.
Oh, okay. I'll make sure that I have the horses in the front stalls so that way they're available for you guys.
Okay.
He takes.
Yeah, Curse grabs up the loot out of the wagon.
Alrighty. So you're carrying all these bundles of loot?
Of course.
Of course. Alrighty. So you kind of collect all the loot up and you got it. He takes the horses in the wagons. How about the rest of you guys?
I'd be looking for someone in the tavern who looks like they could give me information on Thunder Tree. Maybe someone who looks a little experienced.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So you see there's definitely a group of looks like older elves. I mean, to you they obviously look middle-aged, so they're probably hundreds of years old, sitting over at a table all together with their cloaks, caps are the top of their cloaks are down, and you do see they have weapons on their belts that are sitting there. You also see a large group of dwarves that are sort of lined up against the bar that are drinking, and there is even a half-orc that's with that group, and then you see various other groups as well.
Go with the dwarfs.
Alrighty, so
Probably tougher.
alright, sounds good. So
Alright, I'll walk up to them and I'll say, I'm a traveling pilgrim who is hoping to take a nice little trip to Thunder Tree, and I was hoping a group as experienced looking as you could give me some information about it.
There's a female dwarf that's kind of right next to you, and you notice she also is kind of garnishing some religious regalia around her neck, and she kind of looks to you and she says, "Thunder Tree? Never heard of it. Mount Hurtmar? Now there's a story."
Well, that's unfortunate.
Aye.
I guess I'll look for more patrons.
Alrighty, sounds good. So as you kind of walk away, you kind of hear him talking about the smelly human as you're leaving.
Oh, how rude. My character bathes off screen. Implied.
Alright, good to know.
There's water.
Alright.
Alright, maybe the elves will be better about this.
Alrighty. So you see, when you walk up, you see this another female that's kind of sitting there. She's exceptionally beautiful. She's got some straight auburn hair and really soft sort of brown eyes. And she kind of sees you coming, and she kind of raises her hand. She says, "Hail, brother of Lathander."
Ah, a fellow follower. It's nice to meet you. I was hoping to find information about a location I'll be visiting soon named Thunder Tree.
Thunder Tree, yes. It's out by Neverwinter Wood. We had just come down the river from there not too long ago.
Would you happen to know of any dangers there?
Yes, we saw a sign as we were going to camp there for the night, stating that to stay away as there was undead as well as deadly plants or something of some sort that was listed there. We steered clear. Our cleric felt that there was much evil in the town. It looked like it had been burned from a volcano long ago.
I see. Sounds
maybe
like a lot of dangers.
Yeah, maybe the wrath of God sending down fire. I'm not sure.
I shall be cautious.
I do have a question. Have you ever heard of the Tome of Ruins, by chance?
Out of game, have I?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
No.
Ah.
I have not.
Well, if you run across it in your travels, could you please... And she kind of stands up and she says, "Oh, by the way, I'm Dagora. Nice to meet you."
I'm Gilbert.
Nice to meet you, Gilbert. Yes, the Tome of Ruins. I had a sister of mine who had stolen the book from me, and it was an important book. It was kind of an heirloom of mine, and I've been trying to get it back. So I heard it was here in Neverwinter, and I was hoping that it was something you maybe could help me find.
Our party is a bit preoccupied with the current things. I would need to discuss this with them.
I see. Well, I'll be in Neverwinter, staying here at the Laughing Warrior for the next couple nights. After that, we plan on moving down to Waterdeep to continue our search.
Waterdeep. Have I heard about that place?
Yeah, that's a city far to the south, kind of sort of the metropolis, kind of the capital of the Sword Coast where you're at. Yep.
All right. Thank you for your information.
Sure.
And I hope I can convince my party to help a fellow follower of Lathander.
I agree. Thank you, and good to see you, good brother.
You too.
She clasps your arm as you walk away, and then she sits back down and kind of talks whisperedly between her fellow elves.
Well, there was a hook you guys missed.
All right, Kursk. We see one of the tavern wench comes by, and she asks you what you'd like to eat and drink.
Chris not buying. They are. So Chris wants lots of food and 1 gallon ale.
Well, we don't have any ale, but we do have some stout tonight.
Chris, take that.
Excellent. And on the menu today, we have stewed duck, smoked duck, and roasted deer and pork.
Chris, take stewed duck, roast deer, and pork.
Very good. She kind of smiles and she looks over to Kriv and she says, "That'll be 4 silver."
Just start running a tab. It's fine.
Okay. Sure, no problem. I just have to check and make sure that Diame's okay with that. So she kind of runs over, and you see that tall female halfling that was sort of pouring these drinks. Now she's kind of mixing them back and forth, and you see sort of like smoke going into one, and then you see sort of this icy sort of liquid come out of the other cup, and then she tips it back over, and you see some fire kind of dripping lava type of look comes out down, and then she hands a glass to the guy, and he drinks it down and coughs, and she kind of goes over, talks to her, she kind of whispers in her ear, and she bends down her head, this halfling, and looks to you guys, and she puts the cups down and starts to walk over towards you. She kind of walks up and looks to you, Kriv, and she says, "Hey, what's going on over here? You're looking to run a tab? Looking to run a tab? I haven't seen you folks before. Where are you from?"
Where are we from?
Kursk's from Waterdeep, but he was here staying with Miss Rockseeker.
Rockseeker, never heard of her. What district does she live in? Kursk?
She lives towards the docks to the west.
Ah, yes, I know exactly what you're talking about. Never been over to the docks, I have to be honest, Kursk, but I know you guys want to run a tab. If you want to run a tab, I need some sort of collateral.
Do I see this going on?
Yeah, you see her over at the table kind of talking to them too.
Alright, I'll walk up and offer to pay.
Oh.
We don't need no tabs. We better not be spending that much on just food.
She says, okay. She kind of puts her hand out. She's kind of a grimy paw, considering that, this is a pretty nice establishment.
How much is it?
It's 5 silver for the big dude. I don't know about the rest of you guys.
How about 2 gold to just cover us for tonight with food?
She says, good enough. I'll take the 2 gold. No problem.
What's drink that got fire on it?
Ah, that's a tankard of bitter. Do you want to try it?
What does it taste like?
It tastes sweet as roses.
Kursk, try it.
Alrighty, so she kind of says, you got to come to the bar, Kursk.
So Kursk bellies up to the bar while he's waiting on his food to get to the table.
Alrighty, sounds good. So you see her grab a bunch of things, and she kind of throws it in here, and she throws a little of this and that, and her hands move very quickly. You can't really tell exactly what she's doing. All of a sudden, you see kind of fire come out of the drink, and she kind of pushes it over to you, and you still see it's kind of bubbling. Even as you look in, you see fire on top of water. And then the fire slowly dims down, and there's just kind of smoke coming off this liquid that's in there.
Kursk turns it and bellies up.
So, Kursk, as you drink it down, you feel your mouth immediately feel like fire, almost like a fireball candy, if you can remember what that is like. However, and you feel like there's actually fire coming out, and you feel it slowly burn down. But once it hits the belly, it feels smooth and nice, and it does have sort of a sweet, almost like a sugarcane type taste to it.
Kursk like that.
Yeah, I knew you would. Absolutely. She says, I can only make that every once in a while, though. I can try some other drinks, too, if you want.
Kursk good for now. What other drinks you make?
Oh, I make lots of drinks, Kursk. Absolutely. And she kind of reaches over and she puts your hand sort of softly on your arm. She says, Kursk, you can stay at the bar all night long if you want.
Well, Kursk need to go sit back down with friends.
Okay, well, come on back anytime, sweetie.
No, it's okay, Kursk. We got this. We'll let you know when your food's here. It's okay.
Kursk goes sit back down.
So, Kursk, you did notice when she touched her hand, it wasn't like you would expect kind of a barkeep's hand, not to be like calloused or anything like that, but her hand almost feels not rubbery, but almost as if it's either heavily calloused or maybe was burned at one point, but definitely doesn't feel like what you would. It was kind of a weird sensation when it kind of touched your arm. It wasn't what you would have expected.
All right, Kursk goes sits back down.
Alrighty. She kind of watches Kursk walk all the way back to the bar, or go back to the table. She continues to mix drinks, and the bar wench brings over your food, and Kursk, when you see your food, you've got your roasted duck and your smoked and stewed duck and roasted deer and roasted pork, and then you also see that there is a little twist of kind of an apple that has kind of a design on it with a twist of lemon on top. And the barn wench says, "Ooh, Diame must like you. She only sends us to the one person she likes for the night."
Okay.
All right. She looks at the rest of you. Anybody else want anything to eat or drink?
Yeah, I'll have the duck and some ale.
Excellent. Very good choice. I have a stout and a perry. No ale today.
I don't know these words.
I'll bring you a stout. A stout is what you need.
Oh, my character's embarrassed.
Did she bring Curse stout out?
Oh, yeah. A gallon. Yeah, you bring out the big old gallon.
Curse stands up with his axe. Oh, he still has his axe. And whacks open the top and starts drinking right out of the cask.
Everybody cheers.
Oh, that better not be expensive.
I'll ask for something that I can eat on the road. I'm gonna hand an arrow to Kriv and say, if you need me, break this. I should be within the general range, and I need to go research some scripts. I'll be back. Do you have any food I can eat on the road?
Yes, I do. I have some dried leeks and I have dried beetroot.
Oh, okay. I'll take beetroot, please.
She goes back and she brings out a bunch of. They look like kind of like beets, essentially, like a red beet. And there's several of them, and they're dried. And even though you'd think they'd be hard, they're actually very crispy and soft, or crispy and light, I should say. Easy to break and eat.
All right. How much does that cost?
That would cost 5 silver for the beetroots. I know, a lot of stuff, right?
And I'm gonna head out and go to the library.
Okay, all right, sounds good. So you head out, and as you're heading out, you do see that obviously the inn is in a nice area, and you do see a building that looks like a library, kind of off in the distance.
Okay, I'll head there and see if I can study up on the cave and the shield.
Okay, sounds good. And then Kriv, you want anything to eat?
Sure, I'll have a pheasant.
Alrighty.
I think I drank too much last time, so actually, you know what? No, you know what? Bring me some mead. Why not?
All right, sounds good. So she says absolutely, and so she goes and gets the food and brings it out all to you guys while you're sitting there. Mizrik is now gone. Dirk, I assume, will have something to eat as well. She brings something out for Dirk, and she kind of looks to everybody and she says, "Oh, you paid for all the food. That's right. Actually, you don't need to. I think you paid 2 gold, didn't you, Gilbert?"
Yep.
Yeah, so actually, Mizrik, you don't have to deduct because Dirk paid, or Gilbert paid for your food.
I already deducted.
All right.
So just add it on our bill.
No problem. No worries. And so, the inn is pretty busy. You see people definitely coming and going. You see Diame still mixing her drinks and whatnot.
I buy Kursk another cask.
Oh, okay. All right, gotcha. So you're going to buy him another, like a gallon type thing?
Yeah, I'll get him a gallon.
All right, sounds good. So she kind of runs off and into the back, and after about 10 minutes or so, she brings out another big gallon and plops it down on the table. And this time there's a nice sort of a yellow flower that's kind of draped across the top. And she kind of looks at you and she says, "Boy, oh boy, somebody must be playing hard to get because I haven't seen Diame try this for a long time with the flowers."
Curse picks up the flower and he nods at her. Then he whips out his axe and knocks a hole in the top of the cask and starts drinking it.
And the bar all cheers again as they see the cask top go flying by and you're chugging it down.
While Kursk is doing this, I'm going to sleek off towards the bar.
Alrighty, sounds good. So Kriv, you head over to the bar.
Is the bartender there?
Oh yeah, she's there. She's just finishing making another drink, and she kind of walks over and she says, "Scaly one, what do you want?"
Listen, you know what? He's been talking about you all night.
He has? Oh, wonderful. have you guys? Oh, you guys need rooms. Oh my gosh, where you got? Do you guys? I have the best room. You're not all staying together, are you? She's kind of all real flat and serious. You're not staying together, are you?
No, I think he needs a private room tonight.
He does need a private room. I have the perfect room for him. It's right next to my room, and there's actually a door where if he's interested, I mean, he could come in and just check and see, make sure I'm okay. Because sometimes, I get a little scared at night.
He's very shy.
Is he? Oh, is he shy?
You might have to he puts off this gruff presentation of being a badass, and he's not. And I'm not sure if you're into that. He's not all there sometimes, so he's a little, easy to manipulate.
Perfect. I mean, that's too bad. I'm so sorry to hear that. Okay, excellent. Okay, so his room will be free. For the rest of you guys, it's 1 gold a night for each room that you would want. All the rooms have doors. They all lock, and there's all lockable chests, and the windows lock as well in case you need to. If you pay an extra 10 gold, I can put a ward on the door to keep it from magically locked as well if you would like.
So, to help this out, give him his key, and I'm going to lift it, and he'll have to come back down and talk to you for it.
Oh, excellent. That sounds excellent. I love that idea. Perfect. So you want me to give the key to him, and then you're going to take the key off of him, and he'll have to come back and get it?
Yeah, after we're all gone to bed, of course.
Oh, yeah. Perfect. Okay. She runs into the back real quick, and she kind of comes out, and you kind of see her kind of do a little skip as she walks back, and she comes back. She's got a whole ring of keys. She hands you each key there, and they're numbered. And you see there's a number 2, a 3, a 4, a 5, and a 6. She hands you the number 2 key, and she gives it to you, and she says, "This will be his key, okay?"
Okay.
All right, great. She gets a big smile, and she kind of yells across the bar. She says, "Oh, Kursk, do you need another drink?" Everybody in the bar stops and looks over to you.
Yeah, bring me another one of those fire things.
Oh, absolutely, sweetie. She kind of starts mixing one up and brings it over to you. Here you go.
Chris drinks it down.
Excellent. So you kind of feel that same sort of fire and sweet taste to it, and then she walks back, and Kriv, she kind of looks at you and she says, "Oh, thank you so much."
No problem. You know what? I consider myself a cupid sometimes for love.
Oh, that's great. I love it. This is going to be the best night ever.
Oh, it is.